But here's the puzzling question that has baffled archaeologists for decades. Why are these places forbidden? What secrets do they hold? And what would we discover if we could finally step inside? Today, we're embarking on a fascinating journey to explore the world's most restricted archaeological sites. Places where science meets mystery and where human curiosity is held back by forces beyond our control. Let's begin our journey in the heart of Tibet, where Mount Kailash rises like a spiritual fortress against the sky. This isn't just any mountain, ancient seekers. It's one of the most sacred sites in the world. For Hindus and Buddhists, Mount Kailash represents the spiritual center of the universe. But here's what will absolutely amaze you. Nobody has ever been allowed to climb this mountain. Not a single person in recorded history. Local communities believe that attempting to climb this sacred peak would bring catastrophic misfortune, not just to the climber, but to the entire region. But the mystery deepens at the mountain's base, where an ancient temple is said to hold countless secrets. What secrets, you ask? Perhaps sacred relics from lost civilizations. Perhaps ancient manuscripts containing wisdom we've forgotten. Perhaps treasures beyond imagination. The truth is, we may never know. Research in this area is strictly forbidden, and the Tibetan people guard this sacred space with such devotion that the region has remained closed to visitors for centuries. This isn't just an archaeological site. It's a mysterious realm that historians and explorers can only dream about entering. The Mogao Caves, Buddhism's hidden gallery. Now let's travel to China, where the Mogao Caves stand as an incredible time capsule spanning over 1,000 years of Buddhist history. Imagine this scene with me, carved into rocky cliffsides. Over 700 caves contain some of the most spectacular religious art ever created. We're talking about sculptures, wall paintings, and manuscripts that chronicle the entire historical development of Buddhism. Here's something that will blow your mind. While tourists can visit some sections of this vast complex, the majority of these caves remain completely sealed to the public. Why? Because the artworks inside are so incredibly fragile that uncontrolled tourist traffic could cause irreversible damage to these priceless treasures. Recent scientific analysis has revealed that some of these caves are so delicate that even controlled research teams are forbidden from entering. They remain completely sealed. Mysterious chambers holding secrets that may stay hidden forever. What lies in the depths of these forbidden caves? What ancient Buddhist wisdom is locked away in those sealed chambers? These are questions that keep archaeologists awake at night. Picture this incredible collection, hundreds of thousands, possibly millions, of documents, manuscripts and records spanning countless centuries of human history, all stored within the Vatican's walls under the most intense security measures imaginable. But here's what makes this truly extraordinary. These aren't just old papers gathering dust. We're talking about potentially world-changing documents that could rewrite what we know about history, religion, and human civilization. Even the most respected historians and academics can only access these archives after passing through the Vatican's rigorous approval process. And when they do get inside, they work under constant surveillance. Over time, some documents have been released to the public, but the vast majority remains shrouded in strict secrecy. What could be hiding in there? Documents from the Church's earliest days, lost historical records, details about controversial events that shaped our world. The possibilities are mind-boggling. Unless you become Pope, your chances of seeing these secrets are virtually zero. Some historians have waited years, even decades, just to access a handful of files. Ancient seekers, let's journey to China for one of archaeology's most famous discoveries, the Terracotta Army. You've probably seen photographs of these thousands of life-size clay warriors created to guard China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang. But here's the mystery that archaeologists don't often talk about. While researchers have examined the army itself, the emperor's actual burial chamber has never been opened. That's right. After thousands of years, nobody has looked inside the emperor's tomb. According to ancient records, the burial chamber was filled with mercury to protect the emperor in the afterlife. Modern surveys around the site have detected extremely high mercury levels, suggesting these ancient legends might actually be true. But wait, it gets even more intriguing. There are concerns that the tomb might contain booby traps. Ancient texts claim the emperor ordered deadly mechanisms installed to prevent anyone from disturbing his rest. Some archaeologists genuinely worry these traps could still be active after all these centuries. So while we all wonder what incredible treasures and historical artifacts lie within, the answer remains locked away, possibly forever. Opening that chamber could cause irreversible damage, trigger ancient defenses, or expose researchers to toxic mercury levels. Now, let's travel to the breathtaking heights of the Andes Mountains in Peru, where the ancient Inca city of Machu Picchu stands as one of humanity's greatest architectural achievements. Here's something absolutely incredible about this site. The massive stones, each weighing tons, are fitted together so precisely that, honestly, you literally cannot slide a sheet of paper between them. How the Incas transported and positioned these enormous blocks remains one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. But pay attention to this revelation. Many people believe there are still undiscovered structures beneath Machu Picchu. Archaeologists have studied this site for decades, yet certain sections remain completely off-limits. Areas considered sacred by local communities are protected by authorities and closed to all research. One particularly intriguing forbidden zone is believed to be a long underground passage connecting the citadel to the Sun Temple. Could there be ancient tunnels beneath the earth? Perhaps artifacts from civilizations that existed before the Incas? The truth is buried under Machu Picchu's soil, and unless excavation permissions change, we may never uncover these secrets. Imagine the most magnificent collection of knowledge ever assembled in one place. Scrolls and manuscripts gathered from across the known world, containing the wisdom of the era's brightest minds. This wasn't just a library. It was humanity's greatest treasure house of learning. According to legend, the library was destroyed through catastrophic events, but here's what will surprise you. Its remains might still lie beneath the streets of modern Alexandria. The challenge is that the original location was destroyed, making excavation incredibly difficult. Archaeologists desperately want to find ancient scrolls and manuscripts, but they cannot disrupt the modern city's infrastructure. Egypt's policies protecting historical sites make obtaining excavation permits for potential library locations nearly impossible. So, this incredible repository of ancient knowledge, perhaps containing lost works of philosophy, science and literature. Yamanasbab Panba. A bustling modern city, tantalizingly out of reach. Time detectives, prepare for something truly extraordinary. Let's venture to Earth's most mysterious and inhospitable continent, Antarctica. Here's something that will absolutely blow your mind. Nearly the entire continent remains unexplored, and most regions are classified as restricted zones. But it gets even more intriguing. Some people genuinely believe that beneath Antarctica's massive ice sheets lie remnants of ancient civilizations. Some explorers even claim to have found evidence of ancient structures buried under the ice. Research permits in Antarctica are only granted to specific nations, and even they can only study limited areas. The global agreement governing Antarctic exploration leaves very little room for discovering or revealing what might lie beneath those ancient ice sheets. Some theorists suggest there could be hidden technologies, even pyramid-like structures under the ice. But due to these restrictions, it's nearly impossible to know for certain. Scientists seem more focused on studying the continent's climate rather than searching for remnants of lost civilizations, so convincing them to excavate for ancient ruins will be quite the challenge. Yes, you heard that right. Pyramids in Bosnia. Some researchers believe that certain mountains in Bosnia are actually man-made pyramids. If this theory proves true, these structures could be even older than Egypt's pyramids and might contain secrets that could completely rewrite human history. But here's where it gets complicated. The scientific community is deeply divided on this issue. Some experts insist these are merely natural geological formations, while others maintain they've found evidence of ancient construction. The region remains mostly closed to traditional archaeological excavations. Local authorities keep the area restricted, and serious debates continue about whether the site should be investigated further. Some people think the entire claim might be an elaborate hoax,